I am the Witch Coach. I've been a practicing witch for over 38 years, a high priestess trained in traditional Gardnerian methods, an ordained minister, Reiki master in traditional and holy fire, and a doctor of divinity. I've also worked in mental health and social services, and I bring all of that into the work I do, combining spiritual wisdom with real-world support to help others grow, heal, and thrive. For decades, I've guided empaths, intuitives, and spiritual seekers to rediscover their inner light. I achieve this through sacred spaces designed for learning, transformation, and community. The Mystical Mentorship Circle blends spiritual depth with practical skills. It's a paid group where I teach all kinds of things to help you find your spiritual stride, including psychic development, Reiki, divination methods, empathy, astrology, witchcraft, dreams, astral travel, ritual design, and more. Every lesson is recorded and available for self-paced learning, and members receive a weekly free spell or a custom 3-card reading live during Dancing with Witches. It's a space where magic becomes a lifestyle, and support is always within reach. The Witch Coach's Sanctuary and Marketplace is our free group. It's open to everyone and filled with resources, education, and spiritual support. We also feature trusted vendors, people I personally know, who offer magical tools, handmade goods, and enchanted items to elevate your practice. Sacred Shadow Healing is where the deepest work happens. This private online support group is dedicated to shadow work, emotional healing, and spiritual growth. I guide you through journaling, dream interpretation, triggers, trauma responses, inner child work, and subconscious awareness. It's a space of shared stories, gentle guidance, and sacred accountability. Because healing our shadows isn't just personal, it's communal. We grow together. We also have weekly live conversations and occasional Zoom meetings for group work and community. Each weekend, I read in person at Mythic Treasures in Rochester, offering free 1-card readings and full sessions at a range of prices. From crystal guidance to deep multi-deck spreads, I meet people where they are and help them step into clarity, confidence, and calm. I also lead the Mythic Open Circle, a monthly gathering for witches, pagans, and spiritual seekers of all paths and levels. Whether you're brand new or decades in, solitary, or part of a group, you are welcome. Each month, we explore a new topic, from spell work and energy management to communication with ancestors, always in a spirit of shared wisdom and community connection. And 3 nights a week, I host Dancing with Witches, my live psychic show streamed on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. This isn't just a reading show. It's a full magical experience. Every episode features free 1-card pulls and distance Reiki, along with a powerful signature, spell, and custom spreads designed to align with the moon phase, seasonal energy, or cosmic influence of the moment. I also hold drawings for free priority readings, offer live mediumship, and deliver messages from deities, ancestors, or spiritual guides of your choosing. It's interactive, heartfelt, and deeply transformative. This is where magic meets community in real time. Outside the lives, I am a proud member of Get Mad Radio, our 24/7 radio station, distributed on iHeartRadio and accessible by saying, "I want to listen to Get Mad Radio" to your Google Home or Alexa devices. Our mission is simple: making a difference through the power of radio. We spotlight local artists, host soul-centered conversations, and bring community-driven content to the airwaves. On Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, my partner and dearest love, the Old Wolf, hosts Dancing with Wolves, a bold and witty show full of amazing music, satire, deep dives into life's chaos, and heartfelt interviews with artists and misfits alike. It's the kind of show that challenges you to think, laugh, and feel all in one sitting. And Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, I host The Spiritual Spectrum, a show about energy, healing, growth, and inner transformation. Each week, we feature astrology reports from Jake, the master astrologer at Mythic Treasures, along with conversations that open the heart and stretch the spirit with guests from all walks of life. This is what I do. This is what we're building. A place where you can grow, be seen, be safe, and be magic. And we all like being magic, don't we? Yeah, buddy. So hopefully you guys have had a good weekend, because I'll tell you what, I have been busting ass all weekend long. And for those who are in the Sacred Shadow Healing group, there is this week's Shadow Chat. Was live earlier this afternoon. We're going to do something every week, and I'll see how it goes as far as when it's going to be the most optimal time. But I will put a shadow chat up every week for us to kind of talk about the pertinent things that are going on in our shadows right now and some of the challenges the world is giving us. You know, I was sitting down having a conversation with somebody earlier, and we were talking about the science of shadow work and, you know, how our shadows get developed and how coming together can really help us clear our shadows and integrate our shadows. You know what I mean? So yeah. Thanks for the positive energy. Elizabeth shared. The only 3 people I've got on the shared list right now are Valkyrie, Becca, and Elizabeth. Just because you always share, I don't assume you say shared. You don't go on the shared list until you say the word shared, because then I know you shared. Jen, did Jen say no? Jen didn't say shared yet. Okay. So yeah, once you shared, you get on the list. But until you tell me you shared, I don't know. I don't know that you did it. So yeah. But you're like, Shiya, can't you go and look and investigate? Yeah, who got time for that when I'm on a live trying to help everybody? I trust you guys to give me your truth before the gods. So if you guys say shared, I'm assuming that you have shared, kind of thing, because that's how it works, you know? Gotta have trust somewhere, right? So, Cindy, there you are. You shared. Awesome. So what did you guys do all this weekend? Anybody do anything fun, interesting? Cindy adding you to the shared list. Remember, when you guys share, you also get on the free 3-card list, you know? So, yeah. By the way, yes, we are doing the regular stuff for the spells and the readings. So here's info about that. I'll give you guys some time to get your shares out so that you can get on the free list. Thank you for tuning in. I'm live on Dancing with Witches, my live psychic show on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Every Monday at 8 p.m., Wednesday at 9 p.m., and Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also have occasional daytime shows at random, so be sure to follow. I offer free readings on every live show. The free readings are the reading of the day, and you do not get to ask a question. To join the free list, simply like this video, subscribe or follow me, share this live stream, and then comment the word shared. Your reading will happen during breaks in the priority readings, whether you are here or not. So if you miss it, just go back and rewatch the video on Facebook or YouTube. For those who tip any amount at all, you'll skip the free list, join the priority list for your reading, be able to ask a question, and receive a complimentary money spell blessing. Additionally, You can donate for specialty readings as listed to the right of your screen for $20. It's $35 for mediumship to connect with your departed loved ones, or $30 for a channeled message from a divinity of your choice. You can also donate $13 for tonight's signature spell to be cast here on the show, or tonight's signature reading. You could get both for only $21. Ask about what tonight's spell is about. All who donate money for anything go on the priority list and skip the free list line. Your support is truly valued by me and my family, helping me continue to share these moments with you. Don't forget to invite your friends and tune in at the start of every live show for a free Reiki healing experience. Thank you for your generosity, and may you receive abundant blessings as you have blessed me. Are you ready to get a tarot reading, but find yourself bewildered by all the choices available on the screen? Let's make your decision easier. If love is on your mind, our love and relationship reading, priced at $20, can shine a light on your path, whether you're single, interested in someone, or already in a relationship. Curious about a deeper insight into your life? The Full Spirit Insight reading provides an in-depth look into a specific question or offers a comprehensive general reading to hear what the universe needs you to know for only $20. Explore the realms of your soul or your spiritual gifts and how to unlock them with the Akashic Records reading, or uncover your life's true purpose with the Life Purpose reading, which will help you discover what your soul's purpose is, what you are meant to do in service to your purpose in this lifetime, and keys to help you accomplish your purpose, each available for only $20. Navigate through your financial journey with clarity from our finances reading, or connect to nature and your animal guides and learn deep lessons about what their spirits have to tell you through the Animal Spirit reading. Also, $20 each. Get an ancestor reading for $20 to hear messages of strength and hope from your ancient ancestors, your recent ancestors, and your spiritual family ancestors to help you in your journey and know you are not alone. Dive deep into your psyche with the Subconscious Insight reading for $20. Discovering the messages your subconscious self is sending and their significance. In this reading, you will learn how your subconscious is working for or against you. What are the shadows driving your thinking patterns? And what is the linchpin to resolving the issue so that you can resolve your inner demons and get a good look into your shadow work? Reveal your hidden talents and divine gifts with the Spiritual Gifts reading, or listen closely to the messages from your spirit guides that they have been trying to tell you with the Spirit Guide Messages reading. Also for $20. Experience transformation and healing with a live Reiki and chakra cleansing session for $20. I do give a free Reiki session at the beginning of every live show, but this paid option is a Reiki session that's focused directly on your needs, balancing and cleansing your chakras, and bringing you healing and balance mentally, physically, and emotionally. Mediumship, which is talking to your dearly departed, is available for only $35. This allows for a connection with loved ones who have crossed over more than 30 days ago, bringing messages of love and closure. For direct messages from the divine, opt for the Channel Divine Message service for $30, offering profound insights and guidance from your guides, your higher self, the universe, or a specified god or goddess of your choice. If you are unsure if I can connect with your preferred source, Please ask first. Tipping any amount is also honored with the ability to ask a question. You do not need to get a specialty reading. Tippers will get a reading that is in accordance to their donation, be able to ask a question, and anyone who sends money for a tip, a spell, or a specialty reading will get a free blessing in the Prosperity Bowl. Remember, a free reading requires no monetary exchange. Free readings are always available and are done during breaks in the priority readings as time allows. The free reading is a general one-card reading and does not include the ability to ask a question. You must donate if you wish to ask a question. To qualify for a free reading, like this video, follow or subscribe to this channel, share this live stream, and comment the word shared. I will confirm you have been added to the list, and your card will be read during this live show at some point, whether you are here or not. Curious about tonight's signature spell? Discover what magic we're weaving and have it cast for you on the show, and experience the magic with me as I cast for only $13. You should also ask about tonight's signature reading, also for $13, which will be a unique reading for the season, moon phase, or astrological correspondence. You could choose to get both for $21 total. Questions on which reading to choose or about tonight's signature spell or reading, feel free to ask. And if you're part of the Mystical Mentorship Circle, remember your free weekly 3-card reading is waiting. Just reach out. Remember, you can ask your question for a 3-card reading or get the signature spell for the night. Not part of the Mystical Mentorship Circle? Ask about how you can learn and grow in your spiritual path, as well as get a free weekly reading or spell on this show. Embark on this magical journey with me, uncovering the mysteries and insights that await. My family and I are deeply thankful for your ongoing support.
We will definitely have to send him some Reiki there today, Jen. So yeah, today's signature spell. We are continuing on with our wonderful, emotional release spell. I refilled the water on it today because, evaporation and that sort of thing. But we have the same Beltane rainwater that's in there. So yeah, here's about our spell.
Sometimes abundance doesn't stop flowing because you're unworthy. It stops because something within you was wounded, blocked, and never had a safe space to release. Flame in the flow. Unblocking Abundance is my newest signature spell, crafted under the flower moon. A moon of blooming, of emotional cleansing, of letting go so that something richer can rise. This ritual washes away pain and calls in prosperity with every stir and flicker of the flame. It's meant to open the way, because as the world blooms again, so should you. To go deeper, I've created Ripples of Light, a reading to clear and call in wealth, a 3-card reading that shows you what must be released, what is returning, and how to keep the flow open once it arrives. Both are available for $13 or the combination for $21. This is a limited offering only until the next new moon. Join me live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I offer free 1-card readings and Reiki, plus giveaways during every show.
So, Elizabeth, I got you down on the spell list. Abso-fucking-lutely. We are ready and good to go for that, for sure. So, I think it's time for some Reiki. Wah, 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 wah. Wait. I think I have that. Wait a second. Hold on. Here we go. It's time for some Reiki. That was cool, right? Yeah, I think that was cool. You're going to get your spell and reading another night? Oh, no. Okay, well, come back when Missy comes back if you want to, but absolutely. Hello, Stephanie. What's for dinner? Should I be on my way? So, yeah. Yeah, gosh. Okay, but yes, we have our spell bowl going for the signature spell and reading tonight, which we just talked about. And of course, not only do we have the mentorship circle, but we have the really cool now sacred shadow healing group. Okay, and like I said, I just did a very special thing on that, and we're doing it weekly where we're having shadow chat. Yes, indeed. Now, hopefully over time it'll become more active, but right now everybody's learning and listening and waiting and kind of going through their beginning shadow work because it's not easy.
You've spent your life hiding parts of yourself, the anger, the grief, the fear, the shame, told they were too messy, too much, too wrong to bring into the light. But those shadows, they're not your weakness, they're the map to your healing. Welcome to a space where the truth of who you are is not only allowed, it's honored. This is Sacred Shadow Healing, a witch-led circle for those ready to do the real work. The uncomfortable, honest, powerful work of facing what's been buried and learning how to hold it with love. Inside the group, you'll find structure and support, guided shadow work prompts, detailed guides to help you integrate your shadow, live sessions, private Zoom gatherings, a community that doesn't flinch when you speak your truth. Here, you are not broken. Here, we don't bypass pain. We walk through it together. We learn to listen to our shadows, and we begin to heal from the roots up. It's $20 a month to join, and it might just change your life. Your healing begins in the shadows. We're here when you're ready.
Hey, Divine, it's the same one that it was on Wednesday. I think you already got that one. So, yeah, it's the same spell with the bowl. That's what we're doing for the waning moon. I typically change it when there's some kind of special, like celestial event, the moon phase changes, or anything like that, you know, but it's still the same signature spell and reading I was doing, because I feel like others still need access to it. When the guides tell me to change it, I change it, pretty much is what it comes down to. So yeah. Oh, hey, Steph. Okay, cool. Now, how many of you guys know what complex PTSD is? Show of hands of people who know what CPTSD is. You can just show a hand, an emoji, a yes, whatever. You actually know what it is, okay? How many of you guys do that? Now, I don't know about you, but most of the people that I know have developed some level of CPTSD, or I've heard some people calling it CPD, like, I don't know, but maybe that's easier to say, but it's complex PTSD. So complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And that's one of the things that causes a lot of trauma work and shadow work that needs to get done, you know? Steffi says she has it, you know, I got it for sure. And I've been working through it, and we have to heal and work through our traumas, right? So, you know, I wanted to show you guys, this is the first video of the complex PTSD unit in the Sacred Shadow Healing group, this one here. And it is $20 a month, but I feel like it's highly worthwhile. And this is the first video from that, and I hope it brings you a little bit of clarity and knowledge.
When people hear the word trauma, they often think of one defining moment: a car accident, a violent incident, a sudden loss. That's how many understand PTSD. Something happens that shatters your sense of safety, and part of you stays frozen in that moment. There's a clear before and a clear after. The memory keeps looping. The fear lives in your body. But complex PTSD, it's not one moment. It's thousands. It's not the explosion. It's the erosion. It forms slowly, over time, in relationships that were supposed to be safe, in childhood homes where love came with conditions, in classrooms where needs were ignored, in spiritual communities that silenced questioning, in families where your very identity felt like a threat. Complex PTSD comes from being hurt, dismissed, or invisible again and again, from learning early on that your needs were too much, your voice was too loud, your feelings were inconvenient, your truth didn't matter. So you adapted. You didn't choose to. You had to. That's where the survival strategies come in. The nervous system's brilliant, automatic response to threat: fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. Fight becomes perfectionism, control, emotional reactivity. You may lash out because it's the only time you ever felt heard. Flight becomes overworking, overthinking, escaping into doing. If you stay busy enough, maybe the pain won't catch you. Freeze is numbness, dissociation, shutting down. You disappear inside yourself because you never knew safety outside of it. And fawn, perhaps the most common in complex trauma, is the compulsive need to appease, to please, to avoid conflict at any cost. You became what others needed to feel safe, even if it meant abandoning your own needs entirely. These strategies are not weaknesses. They are brilliant, sacred adaptations. But what kept you alive can also keep you stuck. And healing begins when we can recognize them not as flaws, but as signals of what we had to do to survive and what we now need to feel whole. Emotional flashbacks are one of the clearest signs of complex PTSD. Unlike traditional PTSD, where a memory plays like a movie, complex trauma often doesn't have a single moment to point to. Instead, you get hit with a wave of feeling. Suddenly, you're drowning in shame, panic, dread, and there's no story attached. You might be in the middle of a normal day and feel like you're unraveling. You don't always remember what happened, but your body does. Your nervous system does. And if you're neurodivergent, this goes even deeper. Because living in a world that constantly misunderstands you is traumatic. If you're autistic or ADHD, or you process information differently than those around you, you may have spent your entire life trying to mask your true self. You were told to stop stimming, to sit still, to talk less, to try harder. You were punished for being too much and also not enough. Many neurodivergent people, especially women, trans, and non-binary folks, and people assigned female at birth, go years without a diagnosis. Instead, they're told they're anxious, or unstable, or just too sensitive. They aren't taught to understand their nervous systems. They're taught to suppress them. That suppression, that's trauma. The daily pressure to mold yourself into a version of acceptable leaves deep cracks. And those cracks become the places where complex PTSD takes root. You were never broken. You were over-adapted. And then, somewhere along the way, you found your sensitivity, or maybe it found you. You started picking up on other people's emotions. You noticed synchronicities. You felt drawn to energy healing, divination, spirituality, to rituals, to ancestors, to the moon. You became a seeker. But here's the thing. No one tells you. Many empaths, intuitives, and spiritual seekers aren't just gifted. They are trauma survivors. When you've had to constantly read the room for signs of danger, when you've had to anticipate everyone's needs to stay safe, when your nervous system has been trained from a young age to prioritize connection over truth, you become empathic not by choice, but by necessity. And now, as an adult, you're spiritually awake, but emotionally exhausted. Because your gift is real, but so is your pain. And if no one ever taught you how to separate your intuition from your trauma response, you've probably been carrying both as if they were the same. Shadow work is the process of untangling that knot. It's how we learn to recognize which parts of us are true and which were built out of fear. It's how we meet the parts of us that we exiled in order to be loved. It's how we learn to stop abandoning ourselves when the world gets loud. This isn't about reliving the worst moments of your life. It's about reclaiming the parts of you that had to go underground to survive them. The parts that got quiet. The parts that got weird. The parts that got sensitive, intense, emotional, intuitive. You are not broken. You are a masterpiece of adaptation. But you don't have to keep adapting. You get to rest. You get to reclaim. You get to remember who you were before the world taught you to hide. This is where we begin, together. Journal prompts for Unit 1. 1. What are some of the earliest messages I received about who I needed to be in order to be safe, accepted, or loved? 2. Looking at the survival strategies. Fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. What patterns do I recognize in myself? When did they first begin? 3. In what ways have I abandoned parts of myself in order to be who others needed me to be? 4. Where in my life do I still feel like I'm too much or not enough? Whose voice taught me that? 5. How has my sensitivity, intuition, or spiritual nature been shaped by my trauma? 6. When have I felt like I had to read a room or change my energy just to keep the peace? 7. What does safety mean to me now? Not as a concept, but as a feeling in my body. 8. What might begin to shift if I believed I was not broken, just shaped by my experiences? 9. Which parts of me feel like they've been waiting a long time to be heard, seen, or welcomed home? 10. If I could speak directly to the version of me who learned to survive this way, what would I want to say?
So, how do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like you might have some complex PTSD? Do you feel like maybe your complex PTSD might be impacting your life? Your reactions, your responses, things like that? Do you feel like they might be colored by some of your past traumas or the trauma, whether it be an explosion moment? or whether it be a trauma based upon an erosion of yourself and your autonomy and your choices, or what was important to you. I mean, you guys tell me. Am I just barking up the wrong tree, or do we have some healing to do here in this space? You know? That's what sacred shadow healing is all about. We have a lot of, like, if you have money, yeah, sure, you got lots of resources, lots and lots of resources, books, therapies, yada, yada. But if you're like most of us and we're just trying to get by day to day, sometimes we need something a little more cost effective. And that's why I created the Sacred Shadow Healing Group. It's just $20 a month for all the support, you know? So who's ready for some Reiki? Wait. Reiki! See? I love doing that one. Wow. So yeah. Let's get some Reiki. And what are your Reiki requests? Let's focus in on getting some healing going. So if you guys need some healing, even if you're Stephanie, I know you need some. So I know you're listening while you're cooking. So don't worry, I already got you down, girl. If anybody's here and you're part of this, you're going to feel that Reiki. And I feel like we really need to do some deep cleaning. Jonathan, are you still here with us? Because I'm going to send a little bit extra your way on these chakras, because I want to do a full step journey through the chakras tonight, because I feel like there's a lot of blockages out there. So let's get rid of these blocks and let's bring some healing. Okay. So focus in on your breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in the good shit. Hold it inside as long as it's uncomfortable and let the good energy swirl around. And when you breathe out, you push it out through your mouth with a straw. And you picture it like black smoke that's going out and then just falling to the ground. Have you ever noticed kind of how sometimes you can do that? You blow it out and it just falls to the ground. And when it falls to the ground, Gaia absorbs it and changes it. So you're breathing in the good shit, letting it go in the body, breathing out the bad shit, pausing at the end of your breath to allow that carbon monoxide to go away and let the energy fall to the floor. And then you're breathing back in again through the nose, good shit in, bad shit out. And this is cycle breathing, box breathing, cyclical breathing. However, there's 50 million goddamn names for it. We're just going to call it intentional breathing. You're breathing with intention. You're doing magic with your breath, okay? So, all right. Well, that sounds good. Do some cyclical breathing while you're doing Call of Duty. Probably get your focus in, especially if you're playing sniper mode, okay? So here we go. Let's begin our Reiki journey.
Welcome to this guided meditation journey through the chakras. This journey is a path of self-discovery, a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, a voyage into the energy centers of your body. But before we embark on this journey, let's set the stage for our exploration. Find a comfortable, quiet place where you can sit undisturbed. You may choose to sit on the floor, on a cushion, or in a chair, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Allow your body to relax into this space. Your spine erect, but not rigid. Your hands resting gently in your lap or on your knees. Now, let's focus on your breathing. Take a deep, cleansing breath in through your nose, allowing your belly to expand fully. Hold this breath for a moment. Feel the life-giving air filling your lungs, energizing your body and calming your mind. Now, slowly exhale through your mouth, releasing any tension or stress. Repeat this pattern of conscious breathing, feeling more relaxed and centered with each cycle. This is not just a breathing exercise, but a technique to anchor your awareness in the present moment, to prepare your body and mind for the journey through the chakras. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to do this. Each journey is unique, just like each of us. This is your journey, your path to self-discovery. Embrace it fully, without judgment or expectation. Now that you're comfortable and relaxed, let's begin our journey through the chakras. Keep breathing deeply, allowing the rhythm of your breath to guide you into a state of relaxed awareness. We begin our journey at the starting point, the root chakra. Picture it nestled snugly at the bottom of your spine, pulsating with a vibrant red energy. This is your root chakra, or Muladhara in Sanskrit. The fundamental life energy from the earth stimulates our body from this precise location. It acts as the anchor of our existence, our central core, our grounding point. The root chakra signifies our bond to the earth, our link to the physical world. It encompasses our sense of security and certainty, the universe. When in balance, it paves the way for our existence, allowing us to feel safe within ourselves and emboldening us to confront challenges with courage and resilience. Imagine this brilliant red energy at the base of your spine. Picture it as a spinning disc of radiant light, full of vitality. Feel it connecting you to the earth, like the roots of a tree deep beneath the earth's surface. This is your stabilizing force, your earthly connection, your foundation. As you take a deep breath in, envision energy flowing up from the earth, through feet and legs, and into your root chakra. Feel this energy infusing you with a sense of steadiness and safety, just like you're drawing strength from the earth itself, becoming more grounded with each breath you take into this energy center. With every exhale, envision any fear, tension, negativity being released down through your feet and into the earth. This is your foundation, your anchor. Allow this energy to pervade your entire body, instilling you with a sense of tranquility and security. Feel it grounding you, tethering you to the earth, reminding you of your physical existence within this universe. As we progress on our journey through the chakras, remember this grounding force, this earthly connection. Feel the energy grounding you, laying a solid foundation for the journey ahead. Rising further up, we encounter the sacral chakra. Nestled just below the navel, this vibrant orange energy center is the wellspring of our creativity and sensuality. It serves as the home to our desires, our drive, and our capacity for pleasure. The sacral chakra is also known in Sanskrit as Svadhisthana, meaning where your being is established. It is here that the energy of creation, palpable and intangible, resides. Picture a glowing, radiant orange sphere, spinning gently, pulsing with life. This is your sacral chakra, the birthplace of your creativity. It is here that your ideas, dreams, and passions are nurtured and fostered. Here, you engage with the sheer delight of existence, the joy of and the thrill of passionate engagement with life. Now, let's shift our focus to open and activate your sacral chakra. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. As you inhale, visualize a warm, orange light growing in intensity at your sacral area, just below your navel. Feel this light growing brighter and stronger with each breath, clearing all obstacles or barriers that might be blocking your creative flow or emotional balance. As you exhale, envision any tension, stress, or negativity being expelled and swept away by this light. Feel the energy of the chakra. Sense its warmth, its aliveness, its life-supporting power. Allow yourself to forge a deep connection with this energy, to draw from your own pool of creativity and passion. Feel the delight, the thrill of creation, of desire, of passionate involvement with life. Welcome the warmth of this energy, fueling your creativity and passion. Let it invigorate you, motivate you, and fill you with a zest for life. Remember, This energy is always there within you, ready to be tapped into whenever you need it. The sacral chakra is now open and activated, and you're filled with creative energy and emotional balance. As we continue our journey to the solar plexus chakra, lodged comfortably above your navel and beneath your breastbone, imagine a radiant, sun-like energy hub that exists there, the solar plexus chakra. Also known in Sanskrit as Manipura, meaning lustrous jewel, visualize this chakra as a source of personal power, dignity, and identity. The solar plexus chakra, the core of our personal strength, the essence of our identity, and our self-esteem. Now close your eyes and immerse yourself in this visualization. Picture your internal determination stirring, gathering strength to stand tall, proud, comfortable in your own skin. This chakra is an embodiment of you. It is your foundation of self-esteem and your sense of personal strength. Imagine a brilliant, dazzling yellow light, akin to the sun, radiating from this chakra. Feel its warmth spreading across your body, filling you with an energy that empowers, a confidence that strengthens, and a sense of self-esteem. This is your inner sun, your personal strength, your confidence glowing from within. Focus your attention on this brilliant yellow light. Feel its power seeping into every fiber of your being. As you inhale, draw in this confidence. As you exhale, let go of self-doubt and fear. Understand that your breathing rhythm strengthens your personal power, bolstering your self-esteem, and igniting a bright self-confidence within you. Embrace this energy. Let it empower you, boost your self-esteem. Let it light your ambition, your determination, and your willpower. Let it remind you of your worth, your value, and your potential to achieve anything you set your mind to. Remember, your solar plexus chakra is your power source. It fuels your confidence and your self-belief. It is the flag bearer of your personality and your self-confidence. It is the shining jewel that lights your path with the glow of self-assuredness, determination, and a strong sense of, I can. Harness this energy, nourish it, and let it guide you on your voyage. Allow this energy to empower you, elevating your confidence and self-belief. As we move forward on our journey, carry this strength with you. We now transition into the epicenter of all existence, the heart chakra. Situated directly in the core of your chest, in proximity to your heart, the heart chakra, also known as anahata in Sanskrit, manifests itself. Here, the physical and spiritual realms unite, cultivating a space where love and compassion are at their strongest. Now, visualize a vibrant green wheel of energy, gyrating in harmony with your heartbeat, right there in your chest. This is the sanctuary for our ability to love, encompassing not only others, but also ourselves. It is here that we foster empathy for the world we live in and our place within it. The heart chakra stands as the meeting point of our emotional and physical selves. Through this portal, we experience love at its purest form, untouched by preconceived ideas or expectations. It is the source of our empathy, our ability to understand and mirror others' emotions. Now, in your mind's eye, visualize a radiating green light originating from the chakra. This light, with its calming glow, brings every cell, every fiber of your being into loving harmony. This is your love, your compassion, your infinite wellspring of kindness. Allow this light to expand, to wrap around you completely, to seep into the deepest corners of your soul. As we journey further into this chakra, I invite you to focus on balance. With every breath, imagine a set of scales, perfectly balanced, symbolic of your emotional state. Now, imagine this balance spreading, touching every aspect of your life, fostering healthy relationships, and promoting self-love. As this balance takes root within you, let it bring peace to your mind, serenity to your spirit, and a gentle warmth to your heart. As we conclude our exploration of the heart chakra, remember, love is not just a feeling, but an action, a way of life. It is the force that connects us, that binds us together, that makes us human. Now, breathe in deeply, inhaling this energy, filling your heart with love and compassion, opening and activating your heart chakra. Hold this breath for a count of 5 and exhale, releasing any barriers that may obstruct the flow of love. Repeat this breathwork for a few minutes, focusing on the free flow of energy in your heart chakra. As we continue our journey, remember the power of love and compassion that lies within your heart chakra. Ascending further, we approach the throat chakra, known as Vishuddha in Sanskrit, which translates to pure or purification. This chakra as your voice's home, a space where honesty, communication, and self-expression are nurtured and flourish. Harness its power to enhance your communication skills and manifest your truth. This swirling vortex nestled at the center of your throat serves as your primary communication hub. It's the bridge connecting your heart's desires to your world's realization. But it's not just about uttered words. The throat chakra is also about active listening and understanding, expressing your inner truth and the integrity and authenticity that accompany it. Visualize the throat chakra as a sky blue lotus in bloom, its petals unfurling in the cool breeze of clarity. It's in this realm, within the soft vibrations of this chakra, that the whispers of your spirit find their voice. Let's open and activate your throat chakra. Take a deep, cleansing breath. As you exhale, envision your breath transforming into a river of azure light, flowing from your consciousness through your throat chakra and projecting into the universe. This is the heart of genuine dialogue, the dance of energy shared between souls, facilitated by the power of speech. Keep this image in your mind, allowing the river to flow unblocked by anxiety or hesitation. Remember, communication isn't just about speaking, it is also about deep, active, empathetic listening. As you meditate on your throat chakra, visualize yourself not just as a speaker, but also as a listener. Open yourself to the words of others, understanding their perspectives, and responding with kindness and respect. This balance nurtures healthy relationships filled with shared and respect. Expressing yourself, another essential facet of the throat chakra, is about living your truth. It's about having the bravery to express your feelings, to ask for what you need, to let your creativity flow, and to stand by your beliefs. When this chakra is balanced, you feel self-confident and free to express your unique self, your thoughts, and your feelings without fear of judgment. The throat chakra is also where your inner voice lives, guiding the conversations you have with yourself. Remember to keep these internal dialogues warm, nurturing, and filled with affirming words to support your well-being. As we bask in the cool, calming energy of the throat chakra, let's focus on unlocking this energetic pathway. Let's invite honest, heartfelt communication and genuine self-expression into our lives. Let's strive to voice our truth, to listen with empathy, and to respect the diverse voices of others. Harness this energy, amplify your communication, and voice your truth. The throat chakra is your voice in the cosmos, your beacon of authenticity. Let it shine brightly As we journey up from the throat chakra, we arrive at the third eye chakra, known as ajna, which means to perceive. This special energy center is located right in the middle of your forehead, just above where your eyebrows meet. It is the powerhouse of wisdom, intuition, and transcendental consciousness. Picture the third eye chakra as a gateway leading to infinite galaxies and heightened awareness. From this singular point, you tap into your intuitive abilities, gain insights that go beyond the ordinary sight, and understand the intricate layers of your existence. As we delve into this part of the meditation, imagine yourself in a serene place, bathed in a deep indigo glow, akin to the night sky on the brink of dawn. This light embodies the energy of your third eye chakra. Absorb this light as you inhale. Let it grow brighter and broader. As you exhale, discard any hurdles or negativity that hinder your intuition or cloud your wisdom. Say silently to yourself the affirmation, I trust my intuition. I am linked to my highest truth. Repeat this silently or aloud, feeling its echo within you as it synchronizes with of your third eye chakra. While you continue with this meditation, you may feel a slight tingling sensation or a gentle pressure at the center of your forehead. Fear not, as it is a sign that your third eye chakra is being stimulated and balanced. Keep in mind, this spiritual enlightenment and wisdom is not a race. It's a step-by-step process of understanding and evolution. No need to hurry or force anything. Let the energy move freely and trust your intuition to guide you. Envision this energy illuminating you, opening up your mind to intuition and wisdom. The third eye chakra is both the chakra of intuition and the mind, playing a crucial role in how we organize our thoughts and perceive the world. It's a key tool for understanding the influence of our past on our present, allowing us to use intuition as a guide towards better futures. This chakra is essential in manifesting our desires by providing clarity and insight into our life's journey. Imagine organizing the clutter of your internal mind like tidying a vast library where each book is a thought or memory. Envision placing these books in perfect order, making your past clear and your future intentions focused. Through this visualization, your third eye chakra becomes a well of clarity, guiding your intuition to illuminate the path ahead. Expanding outward, use your third eye chakra to project your inner clarity into the universe, visualizing your dreams and desires as if they're already unfolding. This powerful vision helps to manifest your aspirations into reality, drawing the energy of what you seek directly towards you. Let your third eye be the beacon that guides your dreams from the realm of thought into the tangible world. As we conclude this part of meditation, take this newfound awareness and wisdom with you. Let it steer you on your journey to healing and self-discovery. As we approach the culmination of our spiritual journey, the crown chakra, also known as Sahasrara, comes into view. Located at the highest point on your head, this seventh and final chakra serves as our gateway to the cosmos, our spiritual antenna, and our conduit to the divine. It is through this chakra that we attract the universe's energy into our lives. When it's in its optimal state, the crown chakra glows like a lighthouse of spiritual illumination, testifying to our innate potential for enlightenment and our fundamental connection with the universe. This point of convergence is where the individual soul meets and amalgamates with the universal spirit, allowing us to realize that we are not separate entities, but integral parts of a vast, interconnected whole. The crown chakra presides over our spiritual connectedness, our sense of life's purpose, and our recognition of the divine. A balanced crown chakra results in profound serenity, a deep connection with the divine, and clarity about our place in the universe. This balance allows us to be open to the wisdom and guidance of our higher selves and the universe, enabling us to live fully in the present moment, consciously and attentively. As we now focus on this chakra, picture a 1,000-petaled lotus at the top of your head, glowing with a vibrant violet or white light. With each breath, you draw in the universe's energy into this chakra, lighting it up more and more. As you exhale, let go of any barriers or blockages that might disrupt your connection with the divine. Feel yourself growing lighter and more expansive as you open up to the universe. Each breath deepens your consciousness, intensifying your understanding. You are not merely a drop in the ocean, but the entire ocean in a single drop. You are connected with everything and everyone, a part of the infinite expanse of the universe. Surrender to this connection, this unity, this oneness. This is enlightenment. This is the end goal of our spiritual journey, to recognize our divine nature, to understand our place in the universe, and to live in harmony with embrace this energy, forming a bond with the universe and attaining enlightenment. As we conclude our journey through the chakras, the time has come to gently reconnect with our physical selves. Begin this process by directing your attention to the furthest reaches of your body, your toes and fingers. Feel the energy of life humming within them, a delicate, electric sensation, much like the feeling one gets when awakening from a deep sleep. In your mind's eye, begin to picture each toe and finger, one by one, slowly coming back to life. Imagine a gentle, golden light beginning at these points and slowly moving up your body. This soothing light is the life force itself, akin to the first rays of the sunrise, melting away the coolness of the night and signaling the promise of a new day. Allow this light to continue traveling up your legs and arms. Feel the warmth and peace it brings with it as it moves, like a serene river gently flowing. Allow this golden light to seep into your knees and elbows, your thighs and upper arms. Think of it as a gentle reminder of your physical presence in the world. As it reaches your shoulders and neck, allow it to dissolve any tension you may be holding, gently washing it away, leaving you feeling lighter and freer. Remember, this life force is the healing energy you have gathered from your journey through the chakras. It embodies the grounding strength of the root chakra, the passionate creativity of the sacral, the confident power of the solar plexus, the compassionate love of the heart, the honest communication of the throat, the intuitive wisdom of the third eye, and the spiritual enlightenment of the crown. Hold on to this healing energy. Let it reside within you as a constant source of peace and rejuvenation, a reservoir of healing for your body, mind, and spirit. As you fully reconnect with your physical form, sit for a moment and appreciate the journey you've just completed. Recognize the healing and growth you've achieved. Remember, every journey brings you a step closer to the best version of yourself. Hold on to this healing energy within you as you gently return to the world, feeling refreshed and at peace.
So, how you guys feel from that? I was expecting to have a couple seconds to hit the button and stuff, so I'm like, okay, I sit back, send all the energy, and then it's like, okay, it's time to wind this up, wind the energy up, and then right as I'm doing that, it's like, oh, we're... So yes. How did that feel for everybody? How'd that feel? How y'all feel from that? So, okay. Elizabeth. Ready for a spell? And a reading, you ready for this? For anybody who wants to get the signature spell and reading, this is what we're doing tonight. Elizabeth, if you're ready, then I need you to tell me that you are ready to release the flow of your abundance somehow in your own words.
Sometimes, abundance doesn't stop flowing because you're unworthy. It stops because something within you was wounded, blocked, and never had a safe space to release. Flame in the flow. Unblocking Abundance is my newest signature spell, crafted under the flower moon. A moon of blooming, of emotional cleansing, of letting go so that something richer can rise. This ritual washes away pain and calls in prosperity with every stir and flicker of the flame. It's meant to open the way, because as the world blooms again, so should you. To go deeper, I've created Ripples of Light, a reading to clear and call in wealth, a 3-card reading that shows you what must be released, what is returning, and how to keep the flow open once it arrives. Both are available for $13 or the combination for $21. This is a limited offering only until the next new moon. Join me live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I offer free 1-card readings and Reiki, plus giveaways during every show.
I just realized that you can't see the video very well because the low light compensation turned back off again. So there we go. Now it's a little bit lighter for you. So you're ready for your abundance to be unblocked. You got it, girlfriend. All right. So the reason why I have you guys do that and state it is because you're literally stating and making pretty much a contract with the universe, dare I say, that you're saying that you are giving permission for this work. You're giving energetic permission and you're putting your own energy into it as well. So this is like, all right, you asked for it, no problem. If I'm doing it for you, can I force it? Yes, but am I going to do a push it on you kind of force it thing for $13? Yeah, no. It costs a little bit more because that's more energy. If you're participating with me, it makes it easier to cast. You know what I'm saying? So now you know the why behind, and I will always give you the reason because for me, it's about understanding the reasons and the whys behind the house because, you know, everybody wants to find their own ways through, right? All right. I call upon the God and Goddess. I call upon the Lord and Lady. I call upon the Spirit of the universe, the Spirit of all, to assist me in casting this flame in the flow, unblocking abundance spell for my friend, sister, and one of my besties, Elizabeth Brown. Calendula for joy and bright gold days, rose for love that softly stays, cinnamon to spark what's meant to be, and silver light to set them free. By the flame of this moon, I cast away pain. Thy petal and spice, I welcome the gain to the one for whom this blessing is cast. May all old hurts be cleared at last. That abundance bloom and flower moons embrace, and clearing continue through time and space. As candlelight glows, Elizabeth's burdens release. Her heart unfolds, her soul finds peace. Blessings bloom where pain once grew, and all they seek now flows on through. The waters swirl, the flame holds tight, clearing the way for wealth and light. With free will to all and harm to none, as we will, it is now done. So mote it be. I want to cry. I want to cry from that. It was really intense. No. Stop it. Go away. Thank you. That was really intense. Wow. How'd that feel, Elizabeth? Because to me, that felt like, holy crap. Let's get out our special deck for the reading. Up and over a little bit. Now, the reading that goes with it is the ripples of the flame, okay? So what is the flow that's returning? This card is going to show, I'm sorry, not the flow returning. This card is the what is ready to be released. This card reveals the energy, belief, or wound that is currently clogging the channel. So what do we have here? And we have the 8 of discs, okay? And it's interesting because the 8 of discs or the 8 of pentacles is often about keeping on. Let's keep on keeping on. Let's just nose to the grindstone. Let's double down. Let's keep going. We're on the right path. We're doing the right thing. We're just going to keep doing it until we perfect it. We're not changing it. No, we're not nothing. We're just going to nose to the grindstone no matter what. Okay. Now, when it says that that's what's blocking the flow, it's not saying that you have to change everything of what you're doing. It's simply saying, okay, before I engage in doing this just because I've always done it this way, before I go into, I've always done it this way, so this is the way it's going to do, whatever, question it. Okay, I've always done it this way. I've always gotten this kind of result. Is that result what I really want to get? Or do I want to change up what I'm doing so I can get a different result? Do I want a better result? Are there other options that are available that'll get me the same result that are perhaps less labor intensive on my part? You know, the whole work smarter, not harder kind of thing, you know, that sort of thing. Are there other ways I can approach this problem? Am I looking at this from the right perspective? Should I approach it from a different direction? And if I do, perhaps I'm going to see a different solution. The whole point of Elizabeth, this one coming up as far as this is what your block is of just time to make the donuts. We're just going to keep on doing what I've been continuing and previously done. And I'm just going to keep trying it and keep trying it, keep trying it until it sticks. The universe is saying, okay, that's not necessarily bad, but it's not the healthiest mindset. So if you want to address and get more abundance, yes, doing it this way has always gotten you money. Doing it this way has gotten you this level of abundance right here. But you're really seeking this level of abundance. So what's the difference between right here and right here? Maybe seeing if there's a different option. Because if everything that you've done before leads you to here, it might cap you at here. It might leave you stuck at here. And if you want to get over here, you got to explore things that are in this realm to kind of bump it up so that this ceiling goes away and you can climb higher. Does that make sense? I hope so. I'm trying to explain it in the best way I can. So the second card is what will it feel like with the flow returning? Okay. And here we have the 6 of Pentacles. Now, the 6 of Pentacles is like the universal gift. It's like the universe isn't going to hand you everything because we know that the gods help those who help themselves. And it's not just like, okay, universe, give me, because the universe knows that if we're handed it on a silver platter, if we're born with the silver spoon in our mouth, so to speak, we're not going to work for it. And the universe wants us to work for it. But the universe wants us to be rewarded for our efforts. When we're we're going above and beyond, when we're answering the call of the flow, when we are answering that, okay, let me question and see if there might be a better way, then the universe is like, oh my God, she picked a different way. She picked a better way. We're going to reward her. So when you see the 6 of Pentacles, you're seeing that little gift from the universe. Here, there, little reward, little gift, a little pat on the back, a little atta girl. Sometimes that's an atta girl for our pocket. sometimes that's an added girl for our energies. Okay. And I'll tell you what, I can't remember what it was, but Wolf asked me, oh, don't forget this or something the other day, or whatever. And I can't remember what it was. And he just made a comment about, don't forget, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, I've already done it. He's like, good girl. Now, did he mean that in a condescending way? Hell no. He meant that as an atta girl. And you know what happened to me? You seen those things where people say good dog or good kitty and their cat changes or their dog changes? When I was like, oh, I've already taken care of that. And he went, good girl, like just in full pride in me at the moment. And I was like, you know what I did? I puffed up. I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I took that little good girl and I stuck it in my ponder box. You know, you could be a good girl. Oh man, that was condescending. No, what was the intention that he was giving? He was really proud of me in that moment because I am an ADHD. The ADHD part of it, I forget shit. And he was giving me a lot of positive reinforcements for not only not forgetting it, but having already followed through on whatever it was. And that feeling was enough for me to take and stick in my ponder box for, you know, the times where I'm not so good about that. That, yeah, sometimes I can. It's not always, I always forget things. I always whatever. No, I got a good girl. I got a good girl in my ponder box for a time I didn't. What did I remember? I don't know. I forgot. But I remembered it enough to get my good girl. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Right? So, what is the card 3? How do you keep this channel open for the flow to continue once you do? And, oh, interesting. So, I'm going to double check this. I have not really. Okay, interesting. So, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to, there is going to be the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is about the Pyrrhic victory. The victory that comes at a high price. So I feel like you're going to have some things that are challenging you that are absolutely going to be difficult for you to stand your ground on with. Okay. So people are like, but mom, but Elizabeth, but this thing, but that thing. And I see that this is going to cause some friction. Okay. I do see this is going to cause some friction when you start doing things different. But, you know, at first, just suck it up, buttercup. Okay? Because you will win this. You'll get to the other side of it, but it will be like, for parts of it, you'll be like, ugh, really? Do you not even get me? Do you not even understand me? And that I know those moments feel, right? But, yeah. Keep on pushing through the difficulties, Elizabeth. That's how you're going to keep this flow open. Is you're going to need to, even in the moments where you really don't feel like pushing through, and it just seems like it would be so much easier to just, let's go back into the same old, the old way of doing stuff. Yeah, it might be easier, but sometimes we need to lose sight of the shore if we're ever going to turn around and make that full journey and get to the other side. Okay? So hopefully that helps and blesses you, my darling. Let's do your money spell here. Don't you just love this deck? I got it for Mother's Day. Another ponder box moment. All right. So Elizabeth, for you, money unto thee, abundant wealth, 3 times 3. The free will to all and harm to none. As we will, it is now done. So mote it be. So, yeah, hopefully that helps and blesses you. Now, I only have a few people on the shared list tonight, which means there's only a few people entered to win the free reading, which is going to be Valkyrie, Becca, Elizabeth, Cindy, Amber, Anna, Moon, and Cosmic Artie. All right, so if you didn't hear your name, it's because you didn't say the word shared on the comments right here. I'm pointing over here because that's where I see them on my screen, but you see them right there on your screen. If I don't see the word shared in that comment box right there, you don't go on the list. You don't get entered to draw. You don't nothing. Okay? So exchange of energy. You hit a button, I do a thing. All right. That's how that works. And how everything works, right? All right. So, Jonathan, if you're here, we're going to do you after we come back. But meanwhile, here's just a little bit of info for some of you guys are new to the circle and new to everything that I do. So here's a little bit of info about all the shit that I do.
I am the Witch Coach. I've been a practicing witch for over 38 years, a high priestess trained in traditional Gardnerian methods, an ordained minister, Reiki master in traditional and holy fire, and a doctor of divinity. I've also worked in mental health and social services, and I bring all of that into the work I do, combining spiritual wisdom with real-world support to help others grow, heal, and thrive. For decades, I've guided empaths, intuitives, and spiritual seekers to rediscover their inner light. I achieve this through sacred spaces designed for learning, transformation, and community. The Mystical Mentorship Circle blends spiritual depth with practical skills. It's a paid group where I teach all kinds of things to help you find your spiritual stride, including psychic development, Reiki, divination methods, empathy, astrology, witchcraft, dreams, astral travel, ritual design, and more. Every lesson is recorded and available for self-paced learning, and members receive a weekly free spell or a custom 3-card reading live during Dancing with Witches. It's a space where magic becomes a lifestyle, and support is always within reach. The Witch Coaches Sanctuary and Marketplace is our free group. It's open to everyone and filled with resources, education, and spiritual support. We also feature trusted vendors, people I personally know, who offer magical tools, handmade goods, and enchanted items to elevate your practice. Sacred Shadow Healing is where the deepest work happens. This private online support group is dedicated to shadow work, emotional healing, and spiritual growth. I guide you through journaling, dream interpretation, triggers, trauma responses, inner child work, and subconscious awareness. It's a space of shared stories, gentle guidance, and sacred accountability. Because healing our shadows isn't just personal, it's communal. We grow together. We also have weekly live conversations and occasional Zoom meetings for group work and community. Each weekend, I read in person at Mythic Treasures in Rochester, offering free 1-card readings and full sessions at a range of prices. From crystal guidance to deep multi-deck spreads, I meet people where they are and help them step into clarity, confidence, and calm. I also lead the Mythic Open Circle, a monthly gathering for witches, pagans, and spiritual seekers of all paths and levels. Whether you're brand new or decades in, solitary, or part of a group, you are welcome. Each month, we explore a new topic, from spell work and energy management to communication with ancestors, always in a spirit of shared wisdom and community connection. And 3 nights a week, I host Dancing with Witches, my live psychic show streamed on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. This isn't just a reading show. It's a full magical experience. Every episode features free 1-card pulls and distance Reiki, along with a powerful signature, spell, and custom spreads designed to align with the moon phase, seasonal energy, or cosmic influence of the moment. I also hold drawings for free priority readings, offer live mediumship, and deliver messages from deities, ancestors, or spiritual guides of your choosing. It's interactive, heartfelt, and deeply transformative. This is where magic meets community in real time. Outside the lives, I am a proud member of Get Mad Radio, our 24/7 radio station, distributed on iHeartRadio and accessible by saying, I want to listen to Get Mad Radio to your Google Home or Alexa devices. Our mission is simple, making a difference through the power of radio. We spotlight local artists, host soul-centered conversations, and bring community-driven content to the airwaves. On Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, my partner and dearest love, the Old Wolf, hosts Dancing with Wolves, a bold and witty show full of amazing music, satire, deep dives into life's chaos, and heartfelt interviews with artists and misfits alike. It's the kind of show that challenges you to think, laugh, and feel all in one sitting. And Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, I host The Spiritual Spectrum, a show about energy, healing, growth, and inner transformation. Each week, we feature astrology reports from Jake, the master astrologer at Mythic Treasures, along with conversations that open the heart and stretch the spirit with guests from all walks of life. This is what I do. This is what we're building. A place where you can grow, be seen, be safe, and be magic.
So hopefully that helped and blessed you guys. Gave me a little bit of a breather. Still seeing if Jonathan's around, but we'll do some of our freebies for now. Debbie, absolutely. Let me stick you on the free list, babe. Do. All right, so Valkyrie, you're our first freebie for tonight. We have for you the Four of Swords, and it says, my sun sets to rise again. The Four of Swords is about taking some time to rest. Have you been going through autistic burnout or anything lately? Because when this comes up, it's normally okay, it's time for you to chill out for a little bit, take a deep breath, and reset, okay, before you go into full-on burnout. So if you're having exhaustion or whatever, my sun sets to rise again. This is normally comes up as a warning from the universe. Kind of like
emotional, damn it.
So it's a warning from the universe. It's basically saying if you don't slow down, the universe will do it for you. And trust me, it's less fun when the universe does it for you than if you did it for your damn self. Okay, so Becca, what do we have for you, Becca? Becca, for you, we have the High Priestess. And it says, at the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want, okay? And you may be like, well, maybe no, I don't know who I am and what I want. Remember, the High Priestess said, at the center of your being, okay? The High Priestess has done her shadow work. So the High Priestess is aware of her desires and what she wants because she is in touch with the center of her being. Okay. So to know who you are and to know what you want, you have to do your shadow work. You have to get into the center of your being, so to speak. Okay. My original shadow work journey was even before I really understood all the Jungian concepts. When I first started it, and my first shadow work journey was with the help of the goddess Caradwyn. And let me tell you, she'll put you in her cauldron. She'll put you in her pot. She will break you the fuck down. You think you're going to have an ego when you get done with that? Ha, 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 ha. That's cute. Yeah, that's cute. You don't have nothing when she's done breaking you down. But the cool thing is that she doesn't stop there. She builds you back up. She helps you reintegrate and find you and who you are all at the same time. So that's one good thing about her guidance through my shadow work initially. And of course, I learned more and more as I went through it, right? Elizabeth Brown, still seeing if Jonathan's here. Yeah, but to others, you can be overwhelming. So give it a chance and see what time shows, But for you, Elizabeth Brown, we have the Three of Swords. And this explains much, especially considering that you've got a patient who is kind of hitting end of life stage. And you know what? End of life, it's a scary time, and it's a sad time for those of us left behind. And it really hits us in our feels. And it says, difficulties exist to be surmounted. You're going to have to go through the pain. But in going through the pain, you know, you will grow from that. You will surmount it, and you will get through it to the other side. So all these yuckies that are going through in your life, they're there so that you can grow from them. Remember, folks, it's not what heals us or what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. It's how we choose to heal, okay? Because how some people choose to heal leaves them broken. They're not stronger, they're just broken. They're a quivering mess over in the corner, and you're just like, what the hell? Okay? And you're like, you know, you can come out and live with the rest of us. And they're like, no, I'm scared. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm broke. Okay? They don't choose to heal. They choose to stay in that trauma moment. They choose to stay in that brokenness. But when we take that really strong stance of, you know what? Fucking hurt, but I'm going to heal from this. I'm going to heal from this because, you know, as the song goes, I get knocked down, but I get up again. Ain't nothing gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Ain't nothing gonna keep me down. So that's kind of where we're at with you, Elizabeth. Okay? So hopefully that helps and blesses you. Cindy Edgar, my sister from another mister over there in Lawton, Oklahoma, fighting the good fight. We got 8 of Wands. Shit's about to get real. I'm definitely feeling some forward movement, forward momentum. That the movement that is happening in your life is carrying you forward, even though it may not feel like it. It really, really is. And it says, nothing ever is, but all things are becoming. All things are the offspring of flux and motion. Nothing ever is. Let's think about that. Nothing ever is. This is. Okay, that's nice. This is. Okay, it is. What does that mean? It is forever? No. It is right now. Okay? Nothing ever just is. Is. It's an offspring of flux and motion. This is right now, and it'll be different later. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah, that tune does bring back some memories, doesn't it, Amber? Pissing the night away. Right? So, all right, Maria, are you here? Maria, I got a donation from Maria. Let's read it loud and give her lots of good energy. Let's read it soft and give her lots of good feel. That's me making shit up. Where's Maria? Okay, while we're waiting for Maria to tell us what she would like her reading on. You say? Okay. So, Maria, what did you want your reading on, sweetheart? Meanwhile, Amber, let's see what your freebie is here. We got the Hangman for you. Now, one of the things that you'll notice in every hangman out there, unless somebody's just being cheeky and weird, the hangman is supposed to be hanging upside down. Okay? They're supposed to be like literally hung upside down, shaking the shit out. And normally you can see that that person intentionally put themselves in that position. Okay? They intentionally, the shadow spread and any of the specialties over on the other side are $20. A donation of any amount will get you a reading commensurate with your donation, so you can ask a question, like maybe what is a shadow that we need to be looking at if you'd like to do that. But the full shadow work spread that's over here is a specialty reading, and all those are 20. So let me know what you would like, my dear. We can ask a 3-card reading question for like, hey, what is an element of your shadow that you need to be focusing on? We could do that, you know. Have a great night, Miss Brown. I love you. So, but yeah, the hangman is always hanging upside down from their feet, normally because they put themselves there. Why would somebody kind of go through that hanging themselves upside down suspension kind of thing? Why? To get a different perspective on things, of course. What does your cat and your dog do when they're like confused by something? You just saw me start to do it. Huh? Me. Look at this from a different perspective. You look at owls, they're like, whoop, 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 because they can't move their eyes at all. Okay. You want a 3-card on something in your shadow that you need to focus on? Is that what you'd like to do, Maria, maybe? Or did you have a different question? But yeah, when an animal does that, why are they doing that? They're doing that to investigate. They're approaching whatever it is with curiosity, not judgment. They're like, I don't know what this is. You see a cat, and you put something in front of a cat, and they're like, I don't know what that is. I'm confused by it. Bap, bap, meh, confused by it. Bap, bap, confused by it. Until they figure it out, and then they either get bored with it, or they decide that's something that they want to interact with, right? Okay, so they either figure it out and say, okay, I want to interact with it. They figure it out and say, yeah, I'm not interested. Or they don't figure it out, and they're like, fuck this shit, bye. I'm out. Too much. Overstimulation. Okay, whatever. That's what we need to do. When the hangman comes up, it's telling us get out of our own perspective. Get out of our own head. Okay? Get a different point of view. And that's what we do a lot with the Sacred Shadow Healing Group, is that this is about, let's kind of get out of my own thinking that brought me to this point and understand. Now, what else happens when you're kind of upside down? Okay? If there's anything that's loose, not attached to you, it's going to fall. It's going to fall on the ground. Your pockets might empty out, whatever. Things that aren't attached to you, that don't need to be attached to you, they're going to fall off. And it'll be up to you whether you want to go and collect them later, or you just want to leave them down on the ground. Okay? Maybe they just need to go into lost and found. Maybe they weren't serving you. Okay? What's the quote with this one? Amber, what's the quote with this? It's, when I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. So that's exactly saying, when I let go of what I've been holding on to in my own head, then I can really become what my potential is. Amber Peters, please remember that. Please remember that. Okay? You've got this. You've got this. All right. I think that I shall use my Art of Water deck for you tonight. You get the extra special deck. I don't always, wrong one. Picked it up. I'm like, I don't always pull this one out. There are certain different decks that I'll pull out for special occasions. This is another one of my $100 decks. So let's see from this deck. And let me move my bowl. Actually, I'm just going to put us on a full desk cam so we can see it. Let's take a look at what we got here for you. Okay. So what is a shadow that you need to be focusing on right now? And we're going to start with the Hierophant. Interesting. Religious trauma, really? Going with the Moon. And a reversed 7 of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. This is a passive fucking nating reading. I am just going to tell you that right now. I am just like, wow, this is going to get deep, Maria. Buckle up, girl, because we going for a ride. Okay, we going for one hell of a ride with this one. So, Maria, what kind of religion were you brought up in? Because what I'm seeing here and what I feel like it's the technical name for it is religious trauma, and it's not necessarily always about religion itself. It's simply about the belief sets, belief structures that become the religion of the family, so to speak. So wait a second, Shiya, are you telling me that even if my family wasn't horribly religious, that I could have religious trauma? Yes. Yes, you can. Because what is religion? Religion is a belief set. Okay? Religion is a set of beliefs. And you can have a set, oh God, okay, Catholic guilt. That's enough right there. You know? Yeah. Whew. Okay. So, but yeah, you can have a set of beliefs that even with a family that is not deeply religious, you know, there's a lot of backslidden Catholics. Let's go with Maria's dynamic here of Catholicism. I don't know a whole hell of a lot of Catholics that go to Mass every week. Okay. Now, I do know some Catholics that go to Mass every week. I know some Catholics that go to Mass every 4 or 5 times a week. Okay. But they're rare. Most of the time, you have Catholics that'll go to Mass maybe once a month. Sometimes they'll go once a week on Sundays because they get in the Sunday habit kind of thing or what have you. But a lot of Catholics that I know are what we call backslidden Catholics. They'll go into confession once in a while, you know, every couple months. They'll go to the Masses for the holidays and special occasions. Or if they're just in a particular place in their life where they are simply needing that faith-based connection, okay? However, Catholicism doesn't end at the church, okay? It doesn't end at the cathedral or the temple or whatever you want to fucking call it, okay? It does not end there. The Catholic mindset and the Catholic way of life is pervasive in so many cultures around the world, okay? Even if you're not an every go to church every Sunday person, you might be a no meat Friday person. Your family might have been a very hard no meat Friday, okay? No worries, Cindy. We did your freebie though. But it might be a no meat Friday. You might be a no meat Friday family. It might be the mindset or the dogma of the Catholic Church, the guilt levels that are typically associated with Catholicism. Those things become part of the daily family unit and becomes a part of our religious trauma. Okay, so it's not just what happens in church, but it's the family dynamic around those foundational belief sets that we have. So I told you this one's deep, okay? And Maria's like, the nuns used to send me to church alone all day to reflect on my sins. I fell asleep once and they forgot me there till late at night when my father found me. Oh my God. So holy shit balls, did the cards pull it right with the Hierophant with this religious trauma, okay? Now, well, Cindy, your card was the 8 of Wands. Since you missed it, you can go back and it's like, it was just a couple minutes before this reading, just so you know, okay? But, yeah, 8 of Wands movement, so I think that you're going in the right direction, Sweet Pea. Maria, our other 2 cards here are going to be kind of how to deal with this and kind of how to approach it, all right? So we have the religious trauma, but we're told to approach this with the moon. You need to approach this with gentleness. In other words, when you're approaching things and you're seeing kind of like you don't want to peel the curtain back too hard. Why did the nuns send you there? Why did they feel like that's what needed to be? Let's understand things perhaps from their perspective. Why did they feel the need for this? Were they just trying to be mean? Were they trying to teach a lesson? Granted that they did it badly. When I look back on my childhood, and I was talking about this with Wolf the other day, I mean, I am eternally grateful. Very, very, very grateful for the education that I was able to receive because of my adoptive mother. My adoptive mother was a teacher. She made sure, even when I didn't want to, I was going to school, put me through all kinds of therapies. Now, her motivation might not have been the best all the time, but she did want the best for me. Her methodologies might not have been the best all the time, but she did the best she could with what she had. Am I able to forgive her for the things which caused me deep emotional scarring and trauma? Yes. Can I recognize that without some of those scarring and trauma moments, I would not be as successful as I am today? Yes. Can I also, however, recognize that there were ways of achieving that same goal without the deep emotional scarring and traumas that I was put through? Yes. Did they have resources and access to that at the time? Not so much, no. Now here's the cool thing. If my mom had awareness of those things, might she have tried them? Well, you know what? Knowing my mom the way I do, absolutely she would, because she adapted her teaching style across the years to the point to where she was teacher of the year multiple times, and they would send her the most difficult children. And you know what? She always told me that was because she learned through me. Was I a guinea pig in some respects? Yes. But the journey my mom went on with me, even though it caused me pain and it caused her pain, and it was a very difficult time, and even after she died, it still took me a year to talk to her. Even through all of that, I can name and point out, just from going to her retirement party when she retired and seeing how many adult kids that she taught and she taught like anywhere from 1st to 3rd grade for the most part. Coming back and saying how she as a teacher changed their life, and for her to tell me that the reason she did that was because she saw the struggles I went through. And yeah, I would say that my pain made a positive difference in other people's lives. And that's how I shadow work through some of that. Make sense? And yes, sometimes we do, Amber. Amber says, I always personally think that sometimes we have to experience the bad to learn how and where we are now for the good. That is sometimes true. And sometimes it is necessity is the mother of invention. And unless we're experiencing a hurdle, we don't know how to get over we don't know how strong we are, and we don't learn how to go over our hurdles, you know? Really what it gets down to on it, for sure, you know? Now, what's our third card here? We have the reverse 7 of Pentacles. And this one said, this is a wait for your harvest, but it's reversed. And when that's the case, and instead of saying have patience, it's saying you have been showing too much patience. You've been just waiting for things to kind of come around, go around. Let's just kind of leave this one alone and hope it kind of resolves itself. Hope it goes away, whatever. No, this is going to require active and direct work. And now is the time for it. Okay. So to kind of go over your religious trauma, now is the time for it. Now I will, Maria, invite you, since you are a member of the Sacred Shadow Healing, if you would like to tell your story in the Sacred Shadow Healing group, and I will absolutely, ask for what input you might like. Otherwise, I can just be a sacred witness for you. You can ask for a commiserating story or input or whatever. I'll be happy to give it. But sometimes in writing our story and in telling our story, storytelling is so powerful, so powerful. In writing and telling our stories, it brings us to a place of healing. It brings us to a place of understanding, True that, Jonathan. Glad you're back. I was hollering for you earlier, but you're back now. Yay. So, this is really quite deep. Seriously. And I hope that helps and blesses you there to give you a good understanding of a place to start with your trauma. And for that to come up first and foremost, I believe that that's what you're being told, is that this is the first place to look at. And with Catholicism, there is always a massive amounts of guilt, massive amounts of expectation that need to be dealt with, massive amounts of, I am unworthy. We got a new archbishop. I like going to midnight mass on Christmas Eve. I do. I love the songs. I love silent night with all the candles. You know, I love the ritualization of it. It's deeply profound where some of these rituals were born, and most of them were born out of paganism. So I really enjoy it, you know? Well, then don't leave, Jonathan. There's a reason I have shit playing. You should pay attention. So, yeah. The last time the Fort Worth had gotten a new archbishop. And so I went to the Fort Worth Cathedral for midnight mass, right? And, it's in the guides, Maria. If you look on the pinned post, it'll explain to you how to do it. The main video, but if you go in the guides, it'll show you there. But you can just post anywhere inside the group anytime you're ready for it, okay? I went to this midnight mass, and that was the last time I went to midnight mass there. I won't go back as long as that bishop is in place, because it went from this uplifting, inspirational Christmas Eve with just a little bit of, you know, pray for us sinners and whatever, into this entire, like, I felt like I was a goddamn funeral. I felt like I was at a goddamn funeral for that mass. And I'm like, why are we grieving? This is Christmas Eve. We're celebrating a birth. Okay, so they just really cranked up the guilt, dragged out the guilt, and just beat people with it, to the point to where I left early when they were in one of their sit, stand, kneel things. When we got to a stand thing, I'm like, excuse me, left. I have no problem taking communion at a Catholic church, at a Christian church, because to me that is all the blood and body of the divine, and the mother and the father and the above. And I've never burned in hell for doing it, so I will keep doing it when I fucking feel like it. But you know what? I was not taking communion from somebody who was going to put out that level of energy of bullshit. And unfortunately, that's where a lot of the old world Catholics come from, is guilt. Let me bludgeon you to death with how you should just feel horrible guilt for existing. And I'm sorry, no. God said I should exist. I exist. And I'm going to be joyful in that. Okay? All right. So that being said, if you guys want to get on the free list, oh yeah, I need to do Maria's money spell. So Maria, for you, here we go. Money unto thee, abundant wealth, 3 times 3. The free will to all and harm to none, as we will. It is now done. So mote it be. Yeah, I refuse to go quietly into that dark night. Fuck that. Not happening. All right, if you're not on the free list, you better get on it if you want to get a chance at the free drawing reading tonight. But here's how to get on the free list.
To ask a question, please donate using the pinned comment. You can donate any amount to ask a question, or get a specialty reading or the signature reading of the night. The free reading is a general reading only. You can donate any amount to ask a question for a small reading, or donate for a specialty reading as indicated on your screen to the right. If you want to be on the free list, like, share this video, and subscribe to this page. Comment shared to be added to the list. Tippers are skippers, and they bypass the free list, receive a prosperity blessing, and get priority. Once you are on the free list, I will say your name to confirm you are added to the list, and your free general 1-card reading will be read during breaks in the priority readings, and will be read for you whether you are here or not. Thank you from my family to yours for your ongoing support.
All right, Brenda, I got you down, writing you down right now. John, what did you want your reading on, sweetheart? You said in-depth reading, so what does that mean? In-depth on what? What are we deeping into? Aw, thank you, Debbie. I appreciate you too. really working on my posture. So if you see me sitting up a little more proper lately, it's because I'm hyper focused on my posture right now, you know. And Britt, hey girl, long time no see. What spell is tonight? It's this one.
Sometimes, abundance doesn't stop flowing because you're unworthy. It stops because something within you was wounded, blocked, and never had a safe space to release. Flame in the flow. Unblocking Abundance is my newest signature spell, crafted under the flower moon. A moon of blooming, of emotional cleansing, of letting go so that something richer can rise. This ritual washes away pain and calls in prosperity with every stir and flicker of the flame. It's meant to open the way, because as the world blooms again, so should you. To go deeper, I've created Ripples of Light, a reading to clear and call in wealth, a 3-card reading that shows you what must be released, what is returning, and how to keep the flow open once it arrives. Both are available for $13 or the combination for $21. This is a limited offering only until the next new moon. Join me live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I offer free 1-card readings and Reiki, plus giveaways during every show.
So yeah, that's what we've got going on tonight. Okay. Woo, yeah, that's a heavy one, Jonathan. An overview of your coming Saturn return transit. It's my natal Saturn sign, but my return isn't supposed to start till later on. However, it hits my moon sign too. Here's the thing. The Saturn return, like any other celestial events, have a shadow phase before and after. What is a shadow phase? Okay. Gotcha, Brett. Shadow phase is a time where this shit's already taking effect. Whether we realize it or not, whether we like it or not, the shit's already having an effect. All right, so we're going to go to our full desk cam, and I'm going to have to get my spell bowl out the way. Now we douse the candle flame until we cast the spell again. There we go. All right. Let's put our freebie deck out the way too. And let's get to work. All right, so want to look at the overview of his coming Saturn transit. So we're going to do the full spirit insight kind of thing going on here. I hear a helicopter outside. That one came out with another card, so I'm just going to put that one underneath it. And then, here we go. All right, Mr. Porter. This one came out with another card too, so we're going to put one on top, one underneath. So that's interesting, divergent path here. Okay. All right, girl, I got you. All right. Received and putting you on the list, my dear. I don't know why, because I guess you hadn't sent it to me before. I had to confirm that I would receive it. So, yes. Okay, so Jonathan, first of all, your first guiding energy for your Saturn return, I love this for you, is the Ten of Cups. And you're going to come out into this with like a fresh emotional feeling. Like, hey, I got this. I'm ready for this. But the first thing that you're really going to have to learn, okay, is the Seven of Wands, protecting your energy, buddy, okay? And here's the thing. It's really easy to protect your energy when you're behind the high castle walls. What do I mean by that? I mean that if you are in the castle, you have got all the walls of the castle surrounding you and protecting you, right? Your walls in your high castle. Hard for little things to smack you, come at you, anything. All right? So when you're behind your barriers, aka in your space, aka isolating, aka keeping people out, not allowing anybody in, or not yourself going out of your own box or out of your own context, man, it's super simple to protect your energy. Really simple at that point. No kidding. Okay. Because what's there to protect from? You're in your safe little enclave environment, You're going to have to, yes, take what you learn for that self-protection and go out into the world. Chariot, Jonathan. Chariot, you're going to have to actually start making shit happen now. The Chariot is about taking energies that are, polar opposite. And here we see the dark horse and the light horse. Jonathan, this is part of what you're called to be. You're called to be the gray mage, the gray mystic, the combination between the light and the dark, and actually utilizing both of those energies to go forward. So you're going to have to get out there with a vehicle of your own design as the gray mage and give of your energy to others and allow yourself to shine. And that's what your entire Saturn return is going to be guiding you in. The whole goddamn thing. If you try to isolate, and that's the divergent path down here. That makes sense. All right, so I'm going to take these out, and we're going to talk about those in a bit. All right, so this is all about, I'm going to move these up, because yes, we have extra cards on here. We're going to look at this. This is the time for you to do your gardening. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, wait for your harvest, plant your garden, do your work, do the thing. Okay. But you have a divergent path here. And that means you have two options. You can go the way that you've been going, in which case the universe is going to give you a tower moment. Tower moments aren't bad things, but they are traumatic things. Tower moments are the moment where the universe hits you upside the head with a 2x4. It's not pleasant. It's for your best and highest and greatest good and your benefit, but it ain't pleasant. Just saying. So was said, man. Okay. Now, if you get hit by the proverbial 2x4, then it's going to knock out of you and knock away from you the things which no longer serve, but it is going to be a process. It is going to be a gut-wrenching process, and that's where we get the Judgment card. However, if you decide to get out there, then your journey will be slow and leisurely, the Six of Swords, where you will collect the knowledge over time, and then set appropriate boundaries, and this is a very peaceful path. Okay? So I'm going to leave it up to you, Jonathan, on whether or not you're going to continue to stay in the modes that you've been in and have to get knocked with 2x4, and you're going to get there. Or you can simply say, all right, I'll put myself out there and take the journey. I'll lose sight of the shore. And no, it's not always going to be easy, but it'll be a slower, more leisurely journey. I'm not going to get everything in the right pop now. It's going to be a slow kind of move in the right direction. But when I get there, I am going to have appropriate boundaries set, and I'm going to be confident and set, But yeah, you definitely need to balance. You're the gray mage, Jonathan. You're meant to be the balance. You've got a little bit of sage and a little bit of hood and a little bit of I wish a motherfucker would. Okay? Any questions on this, sir? Again, another very, very, very deep reading. We're getting deep tonight. We're getting so deep. I need some floaties. All right. If you're having any questions, I'm sure you'll type them in. I'll watch for them, but let's get your money spell going here. Jonathan, money unto thee, abundant wealth, 3 times 3, with free will to all and harm to none. As we will, it is now done. So mote it be. Jonathan, the universe is doing that for a reason, so that you will reevaluate, because we don't grow when we're in our comfort zones. All right. Brenda, my darling, you're up next. What did you want your reading on, please? Meanwhile, let's do a couple more of our freebies while we're waiting to see what Brenda wants her reading on. Annalise, let's see what your freebie is for today. Ooh, for you, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and it says, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. I think this is the universe telling you that you are on the right path. You're building the right foundations for yourself, for your family, and for your business. So, good job. We like it. Yeah, Jonathan says it makes sense. Aries is the self, his other luminary and core self, Moon, and his Saturn is what he's obligated to do. Correct. Very correct. Moon Dizzle. Moon, what's going on in your world? Miss Upset Tum Tum. You definitely need to get the probiotics going. I highly recommend Yakult, by the way. Yakult is like a, you can find them in the yogurt section of your most grocery stores, and even Walmart carries it. There's these little kind of liquid shots of yogurt probiotic stuff. It's awesome. Okay. I love those. When I start having gut health problems, I'll go through a week of those and I'm good. You know? Okay, so you're wanting to see like should I stay or should I go kind of thing. Is it more beneficial to go with a room with somebody, specifically Dawn, or for you to rent on your own, or for you to share a maybe with a different therapist entirely? Is that maybe the 3 options we want to look at? All right, so Annalise, we got yours. Moon Dizzle, for you, we have the Hermit. And it says, nowhere can a man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. So let's just gender flip this for you a little bit. Nowhere can a moon find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in her own soul. Okay? When you're okay here, then you can handle the chaos here. Okay? So you need to step back into your peace before trying to address the chaos out here. Because the gods know how the fuck much chaos we got out here right now, right? It's just like, Calgon, take me away. Please, will somebody just shut off all the news channels for 24 hours and everybody's mental health will go right the fuck up, right? Moon, you're being told, find your peace here. Then deal with all the shit out here. And that includes with the shit even in your own direct world, your house, your mate, your friends, so on and so forth, you know? Alrighty. Brenda says yes, those are the 3 things she's looking for. So let's look at our 3 options then first. We're going to look at option number 1, which is do it all by yourself. Option number 2 is sharing a space with Dawn specifically. And option number 3 is sharing a space with unknown other therapists. All right. I am seeing the unknown other therapist is a fuck off card. That's the 2 of Wands. You're going to be constantly waiting for the goddamn space. No respect. Can't get no respect. No respect. All right. When you have this unknown quantity there, we're seeing you're kind of sitting there like, when am I going to get to use it? I'm trying to schedule it. Oh my God. What the fuck even? Okay. Problems with scheduling on the outside looking in, having somebody else kind of pretty much take over control of the space itself is what I'm feeling. So 3rd option, I'm saying is the worst option. On your own, Ace of Cups. And what I'm seeing there is emotional cycles. And to me, this is coming across as unsure sometimes that you're going to have enough to pay the rent. If you have enough clients to fill the space, a great amount of uncertainty that's coming with that Ace of Cups. Sometimes it'll be great and wonderful, and you'll be like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I got this. This is no problem. And other times it'll be like, panic. I'm not sure if I've got enough to really make the rent and pay my bills and everything else. What the fuck did I get myself into? Oh my God. Okay, and I'm seeing this as a cycle. This is not a one-time cycle. This is a multiple-time cycle of I may have gotten over my head. Oh, no. I obviously did, and I'm doing great. This is fine. Okay. Now, the bestest option here is definitely with Dawn. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have a consistency of purpose. We have rules that are set, an organizational structure. And I'm feeling like a respect because when I see this particular 8 of Pentacles, we see all the cycles and everything's organized. Everything's in its place. The focus and the intent is there. Everything's laid out in front. You know where things are at. This, to me, the Dawn option looks like the best one. You know, can you do this on your own? Yeah. You can do it on your own. And I got the 6 of Cups. The universe has your back on doing it on your own. But if you're not going to do it on your own, Dawn's definitely the best option. So hopefully, Brenda, that helps and blesses you and gives you some information on making your decision going forward with your business. And congratulations. So here we go for you, Brenda. Money, unto thee, abundant wealth, 3 times 3. With free will to all and harm to none, as we will. It is now done. So mote it be. All right. We have a few more freebies to go. So we'll do a couple more freebies, and then Britt will do your spell here in just a minute. So let's see. We did Moon Dizzle. We have not done Artie yet. Okay. So, Artie, let's see what your freebie is here for you. You're welcome, darling. Artemis, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, whatever. And it's saying that there is a time and a place for everything. There is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. Look, part of your whole thing, Artemis, is whatever time you're in, you're always looking somewhere else. You're always like, I want things to be more. I want things to be better. I want to do this. I want to do that. And you're never settling into the present. You need to learn to understand what the present moment is teaching you. Otherwise, you're going to keep going back to the same thing again and again and expecting different results. Okay. So, Debbie, let's see what we have for you. Debbie, for you, we have the 3 of Wands. And it says, to be what we are and to become what we are capable of becoming is the only end of life. Honey, The Three of Wands is about opportunities that are on the horizon that they require you to take action. Sitting there, doing what you've been doing, and continuing with what you've been doing is not going to move you forward. You need to get up and take a different action. Okay? What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. To gain these new opportunities, you have got to get up and take some bold action. To be what you are, to become what you are capable of becoming is the only end of life. If you're not growing, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? All right. And Britt, let's do your freebie. And then Maria's freebie, and then we will finish up with your spell, unless somebody else wanted to get on the priority list tonight. Britt, your freebie is the Lovers. Ooh. Okay. Hi, Nikki. How are you? Long time no see. So, but yes, for you, Britt, the Lovers, the heart has reasons that reason cannot know. This is saying, hey, you need to follow where your heart's leading you right now. Your heart's going to be bringing you to different connections, spiritual connections, and people that need to be a part of your life. Okay, so take some time and actually engage and follow what your heart is showing and kind of test the waters, give it a shot and see where it goes. Okay, and this is not always a lover's, like, bounce chicka wow wow kind of thing. Okay, this is a heart. Lovers. I saw something the other day, earlier. It was hilarious. It's like, yeah, you have millennials do it like this. There's a couple other ones where it's like this, or like the now thing is like this with the little heart, like that, you know, kind of thing. And Gen Zers are like this. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, it's a decent generalization. So that's the thing. All right. Maria, let's see what your, or Britt, did I do your freebie, Britt? Yeah, I did. Okay. So Maria, let's see what your freebie is the Two of Swords for you. And it says, as a man thinketh, so is he. As a man chooseth, so is he. The Two of Swords is like not necessarily giving in to the pressure that everybody else is putting on you and around you to conform to the way they think you need to do. Okay. Let me tell you, everybody has opinions. Everybody has an opinion. They all have an opinion on how you should live your life. But guess what? If they're not feeding you, fucking you, or financing you, their opinion holds this much weight. Okay? There's a hole in that bucket, dear Liza. Okay? So, you need to think and choose for yourself and who you are, Maria, and who you want to be, rather than giving so much weight to the opinions of everybody else around you. Okay? Their opinions, dime a dozen. Just saying. Okay? So, and Nikki, did you share, sweetheart? Let's do our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Give me a number from 1 to 12. Number 5. So, who's number 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amber Peters, where you at, babe? Are you still with us? Thunder, our lovely from across the sea. Miss Peters, you win the free reading tonight. So we will do Amber, are you here? Let me get my spell bowl back because I know we're going to be doing a reading here in a minute. Or... oh, right. Go. Elbow back. Come on, little calendula leaves, go back in. And then got stuck on the side there. All right. Amber, Amber, Amber. Must be present to win. You won tonight. By the way, if you guys are at Mythic this weekend, it is World Tarot Day, and we'll be celebrating at Mythic Treasures all weekend.
Exciting news for anyone in and around the Rochester, New York area. I'll be doing tarot readings every Saturday from 1 to 7 p.m. at Mythic Treasures, located at the Tops Plaza off Jefferson Road. With over 37 years of experience as a witch, psychic reader, and ordained high priestess, I've worked for years internationally as a reader and guide, helping people unlock their true potential. At Mythic Treasures each Saturday, I'll be offering free one-card readings and free personalized crystal recommendations to help you empower your best life and gain clarity. For those ready to get a reading, I provide tarot and oracle readings. I also do Akashic records, shadow work, animal and spirit guide, life purpose readings, and more. So if you're in the Rochester area, come by and see me at Mythic Treasures every Saturday. This store is truly a home for your soul, and I'm honored to offer my gifts to the community there. I look forward to seeing you soon.
So yeah, I'm excited about all this stuff. Gloria Thayer and Jenna Serrard will be there. I love Jenna. I love Gloria. They're both amazing. Gloria is the one who made that awesome ancestor incense that we used for a spell, you know. Nikki, we'll just pull one for you since you're trying, making the effort. For you, Nikki, we have the Ace of Cups, and it says, when I saw you, I fell in love, and you smiled because you knew. Ace of Cups is basically saying that you need to allow the emotional connections with people around you, okay? You need to allow those emotional connections because you know what? No person's an island, right? I know, honey. You can. You don't have to sit still in the pain, but you need to allow the pain to pass through you instead of constantly fighting it and learn from the pain rather than pushing it off and trying to, okay, I'm going to ignore my pain. Sometimes pain is there so that we learn to go to the doctor. Okay? And so we sit there and say, ow. But so we sit there and say, how do I heal this? You understand? All right. Britt, let me know that you are ready to release the flow of your abundance. And we are calling it last call for tonight. Last call if anybody wants. We're going to do a spell for Miss Britt here.
Sometimes, abundance doesn't stop flowing because you're unworthy. It stops because something within you was wounded, blocked, and never had a safe space to release. Flame in the flow. Unblocking Abundance is my newest signature spell, crafted under the flower moon. A moon of blooming, of emotional cleansing, of letting go so that something richer can rise. This ritual washes away pain and calls in prosperity with every stir and flicker of the flame. It's meant to open the way, because as the world blooms again, so should you. To go deeper, I've created Ripples of Light, a reading to clear and call in wealth, a 3-card reading that shows you what must be released, what is returning, and how to keep the flow open once it arrives. Both are available for $13 or the combination for $21. This is a limited offering only until the next new moon. Join me live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I offer free 1-card readings and Reiki, plus giveaways during every show.
So yeah, are you ready to release the flow of your abundance, Britt? Tell me in your own words, you're ready to release the flow of your abundance, please. Debbie says, my psychic abilities are so much stronger every day. I keep seeing things more and more daily. Good, but be careful also to maintain a healthy view of reality, because I had somebody who's like, well, the universe is trying to tell me this or trying to tell you that. No, sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's about we need to push back, and the universe is giving us more and more opportunities to push back to say this is what we really, really want. So you have to be really careful with that. You know what I'm saying? Brittany, you need to tell me in your own words. The reason why I have you say it out straight, not just a yes, but you need to type it, is because you're putting that energy out into the universe and putting that energy into the spell with me. So you don't just say yes, you say, I am ready to release the flow of my abundance, however you want to say it. Well, Artemis, have you started going through any of the shadow work stuff yet? Are you answering the questions in the shadow work? Are you approaching the pain with curiosity to understand, why does this hurt me? What did I do to contribute for this? Is this anything that's on me, or is it something that maybe is other people? Could I respond better to other people? How did I get triggered? All of those things of approaching your shadow work with curiosity, Artie. That's what teaches us. So maybe that gives you a little clarity. Britt, I need you to tell me that you are ready to release the flow of your abundance in your own words, sweetie. I see a Brit comment, but I don't see what it says. I just see a blank screen. Oh, with a little... Okay, I'm seeing emojis from you, Brit. I will refund your money and not cast a spell if you cannot say the words. I don't care what words you say them at, but it is a requirement for you to do the words for the spell. Okay, you're ready to release what? There's a very specific reason, and I've explained it. If you do not tell me that you are ready to release the flow of your abundance, then you're not putting your energy into the spell, okay? One of the reasons that I do it so cheaply is because you're putting your energy into the spell. You can't have the energy to type out one sentence, then you're not really committing to the universe that this is what you want. There she is. I am ready to release my abundance now. Excellent. Okay. Call upon the God and Goddess. Call upon the Lord and Lady. Call upon the Spirit of the universe, the Spirit of all, to assist me in this flame in the flow, unblocking abundance spell for Brit. Calendula for joy and bright gold days, rose for love that softly stays, cinnamon to spark what's meant to be, and silver light to set them free. By the flame of this moon, I cast away pain. By petal and spice, I welcome the gain to the one for whom this blessing is cast. May all old hurts be cleared at last. Let abundance bloom, flower moon's grace, and clearing continue through time, space. As candlelight glows, Brit's burdens release. Her heart unfolds, her soul finds peace. Blessings bloom where pain once grew, and all they seek now flows on through. The waters swirl. The flame held tight, clearing the way for wealth and light. The free will to all and harm to none. As we will, it is now done. So mote it be. Ooh. How'd that feel? Ooh, that felt good. All right, last call for tonight's winner, which would be Amber. Amber, are you here? You won tonight. Must be present to win, though. Meanwhile, let me share a little something cool with you. Well, no, I took that off. Never mind. Yeah. Don't forget about the mentorship circle, y'all. I still got a lot of good shit going on with that mentorship circle. It's pretty awesome. Hey, Diana, you're right at the end. We're about to say night-night.
Are you ready to deepen your spiritual journey? If so, let's take it to the next level together. I'm Lady Shiya, psychic, medium, doctor of divinity, and your witch coach with over 36 years of experience in witchcraft. I invite you to the Mystical Mentorship Circle. This is the haven you've been searching for, especially if you're an empath or thirsting for a like-minded community. We learn everything from shadow work, Reiki, runes, tarot, astrology, and even life skills that matter. The best part? You get all of this for only $25 a month. You're not just learning, you're growing alongside a supportive community that understands you. Plus, you get special perks like free monthly readings, discounts on live events, master classes, and personalized mentoring from yours truly, the Witch Coach. Let your journey begin now. Visit ladyshiya.com.
All right, everybody. Night-night. We will see you again on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Blessed be, everybody.